The desert wind carried the scent of sage and sun-baked earth as Naya rode along the ridge, her raven-black hair lifting behind her like a banner of quiet rebellion, because she knew the moment she crossed the invisible border between her tribe's land and the rancher's valley below, everything in her life would begin to change, even if she wasn't ready to admit it. She was the daughter of White Mesa's respected healer, trained since childhood to honor the traditions of her ancestors. But lately her spirit had been restless, tugged toward a man the tribe insisted she should fear, Colton Hayes, the Lone Star rancher known for stubbornness, integrity, and a quiet courage that echoed the same fire she carried inside her chest. She had first saved him by accident when she found him, unconscious beneath a fallen horse, after a rock slide. She could have left him, should have left him, according to tribal law, but something about his pale face, blooded forehead, and the desperate rise and fall of his breath refused to let her walk away. She brought him water, cleaned the wound, and stayed until he woke, startled not by danger but by the sight of her kneeling beside him with kindness in her eyes. That moment planted a seed neither of them expected. Since then, every meeting felt charged, like the universe kept intertwining their paths, at the trading post, at the canyon pass, sometimes even at the river where he tried to teach her to skip stones and she pretended not to know he was watching her more than the water. But her people noticed too, especially Kale, her older brother, a hardened warrior who saw settlers as the slow poison, threatening to swallow their land. Naya tried to smile, tried to hide the spark inside her chest, but Kale was no fool. He confronted her one night with flames crackling behind him, warning her that a rancher could never understand the heartbeat of their people and that choosing him would mean turning her back on her bloodline. She argued, but her voice trembled. Still, the more she tried to pull away from Colton, the more fate pushed them together, until the day she arrived at the rancher's edge and saw smoke rising, gunshots echoing across the valley. Outlaws had struck suddenly, intending to burn the ranch and loot everything before escaping into the mountains. Without hesitation, Naya charged down the slope, firing arrows from horseback with the precision of a born warrior. Her presence stunned the ranch hands, who had never seen an Apache woman fight with such terrifying grace. Colton, battered and cornered, locked eyes with her as she leapt from her horse, taking down the last attacker with a swift blow. The ranch was saved, but the cost came moments later, when she felt dozens of eyes on her. From the cliffs above, her tribe had witnessed her fighting for the rancher, against men they considered none of their concern. That night, she was summoned before the council, where elders with painted faces and heavy hearts demanded that she explain why she risked her life for a man who was not one of them. Silence suffocated the air as every member of her tribe waited for her answer. Even Kale, who stood with arms crossed, eyes burning with betrayal. And for the first time in her life, Naya felt her truth rise inside her like a storm she could no longer contain. With her voice steady but her pulse racing, she said the words that shattered her world. "Because my heart chose him." Gasps rippled through the crowd like lightning splitting the sky. She saw pain in her mother's eyes, fury in Kale's, shock on Colton's face as he stepped forward to defend her. The council declared that if she walked away with the rancher, she would no longer be of White Mesa. She would be severed from the traditions she had carried since birth. Her knees trembled, but she lifted her head with the quiet resolve of a warrior's daughter. She reached for Colton's hand and stepped beyond the line that divided their worlds, feeling the weight of a lifetime fall from her shoulders in a single breath. But what she did next, once she stood beside him, once the desert swallowed the gasps of her people, was something no one expected, something that would ignite a fire across the valley and lay the foundation for a storm that neither tribe nor ranch could stop. And if you want to discover how her choice transforms into a destiny that reshapes everything she once knew, make sure you stay with this story and subscribe for more gripping chapters, because her journey is only just beginning.